Building muscle isn't easy, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Dr. Rob Wildman, PhD in nutritional science, is here to teach you the 10 laws of building muscle.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rob Wildman, and these are my 10 laws of muscle building. The first law is build your blueprint. So there's 3 main points to build your blueprint. Number 1 is define your starting point, which is absolutely critical. And number 2 is how to understand your progress and how to measure it. And the third and final point is to determine the tools which are going to get you there. The first point is defining where you are right now. What's your starting point? You know, whether you've been doing this for a long time or you're just getting started, you really are at a starting point. So this is a great time to take measurements. This is a great time to know how much you weigh, what your body composition is, what's worked for you in the past and what hasn't worked for you in the past. This is all useful information that you can use in order to move forward effectively. Setting proper goals is absolutely important for everybody. A lot of times people skip setting a goal and they just jump right into it. But how do you measure progress unless you set timely goals? How do you know that you're progressing in the right direction unless you set a goal for, let's say it's 1 pound or 2 pounds of gained muscle within a period of time? How do you know to shift your program if you're not achieving the progress that you hope to be achieving? So the next thing that we're going to talk about is how to measure and track your progress. There's always been debate about how often you measure progress. Popular celebrities will tell you not to measure it more than once a week. I'm under the philosophy that you measure it frequently, but you understand variance. So I believe that one of the keys to compliance and staying on track and staying motivated is being able to track yourself. I recommend on a weekly basis you're checking body weight and body composition. When you track change and you track body weight only, it may not give you an accurate reflection of what's happening with body fat. That's why it's so important to track body compositional measures, body fat and lean body mass, to give you a better idea as to what's happening with your body composition. Your weight may stay the same, but you still may be moving towards your goal. That's why it's good not only to have these types of measurements, but also visual cues as well as tape measurements. So this is our third and final aspect of the first law of building muscle, and that is to determine your tools. Different tools are going to be available to different people. If you have a university nearby, you can actually call that university and ask them if they're doing measurements. You can go in there and have your workout assessed. Okay? You can go in there and have your metabolism assessed. Okay? If those tools are not available, there are other tools that are available to you, and a lot of them you can find right at your gym. You can find devices that will assess your resting metabolic rate. Those are called either body gems or med gems. Personal trainers will also be able to do skin fold calipers, tape measurements. For those people that are going at it at home, there's a lot of tools that you can buy just on the internet. There's handheld BIA devices, bioelectrical impedance analysis devices. Handheld, or you can buy a foot scale that will also do that. Tape measurements as part of sewing kits. Very, very simple tool to use to measure progress. Changes in body dimensions will give you a lot of information as to how muscle is changing and how different parts of your body may be thinning or getting bigger. I always recommend that people take photographs on a regular basis, at least once a month. I highly recommend that people keep journals, that they jot down their notes, that they take pictures and they put it in there, that they track their workouts, because that's how you know how you're progressing. Visually, numerically, demonstrates change. And one last tool that I find invaluable is online calculators. Online calculators are based on equations that were developed over time. All of them will be able to give you useful information when it comes to estimating your caloric targets on a daily basis. So that concludes law number 1, build your blueprint for building more muscle mass and hypertrophy. So it's important that as you get started that you implement that first law and all of its components. Define your starting point, okay? Track your progress, and find the tools that you need to be successful. A lot of those tools and a lot of helpful information you'll find on Bodybuilding.com. It's all there. So be sure to check out the second law to building muscle mass. And that law number 2, is train to gain. I'm Dr. Rob Wildman, and for more information on this first law, building your blueprint, you can find me on Twitter at @thenutritiondoc, that's Doc, D-O-C. And for more content like this, keep coming back to Bodybuilding.com.